Hey, you guys. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. You guys, today is Tuesday, and we want to start dedicating our Tuesdays to our entrepreneurs, to our business owners, to share some information with you guys. So, if you are a business owner, this video is specifically for you, you guys, especially if you are looking to structure your business and get your business ready for business credit. If you've been trying to build your business credit and you've been getting denied for credit, this video is for you, you guys. We are going to go over 5 reasons that you could be getting denied for business credit. And I guess you guys say, who is this lady behind the voice? You guys, my name is Jennifer Campbell. I am the CEO and founder of the Credit Laboratory. I started helping people with their credit back in 2018. We officially became incorporated with the state in August of 2019. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in finance. I also went back to school to get my certificate for or to be a paralegal so that I could learn to understand the laws better to help assist my clients with their credit a little bit better. I have a couple other things under my notch or under my belt that I don't want to get into, but fun fact, I am a first class pipe welder. I also have a certificate for completing a 2-year program for pipe welding. Okay, you guys, now enough about me. I've already built business credit for the Credit Laboratory. That is how the Credit Laboratory was able to start growing. But I do want to share with you some things that actually caused the Credit Laboratory to get denied for certain business credit accounts when we first got started. You guys, before we jump into the 5 reasons that you could be getting denied for business credit, I want you guys to know that there is a difference between business credit and business capital. When it comes to business credit, those are most likely going to be your vendor accounts, your net 7, net 30s, net 55, your net 60 accounts. They normally do not require you to PG. Sometimes your business has to be open for a certain amount of time, but they will not use your personal credit in order to open up those vendor accounts for your business. You guys, when it comes to getting capital for your business, there will be a point where your business income and your personal credit will be a factor on whether or not your business can get approved for the account that you are trying to get approved for. When it comes to business credit, when it comes to getting access to loans or American Express credit cards, Discover business credit cards, or Visa, Mastercard credit cards, most of the time you're going to have to PG those accounts, which means personal guarantee, which means your personal credit will be a factor. Now, I know of one account specifically that you can get in your business name that is a Mastercard that you do not have to PG, and that is the Sam's credit card. You can get that credit card based on your business credit scores alone. Now, you guys, other vendor credit accounts are going to be accounts with like just store accounts, like an Amazon. It's an Amazon 30. I have Amazon, or had Amazon Net 55, but there are different. There may be an Amazon 30, an Amazon 60. You have your JCPenney store credit cards that you can get in your business name. You have the Dell credit card that you can get in your business name. You can get cell phones from Verizon, AT&T in just your business name without your personal credit coming into play. You can also get a vehicle in your name without your personal credit coming into play. But your business credit profile, or your business credit, your business profile, period, it needs to be set up a certain way. It needs to be a legit business, and you need to be set up like a legit business. And I say that because I got denied for a lot of accounts the first time that I applied for them, but I got denied because my business was not structured properly. So I want to share with you guys the mistakes that I made to help you avoid them, so that your business can start getting approved for some business credit, so that you can start getting in the things or the supplies or the materials that you need for your company. Excuse me, for your business. Okay? The first thing, you guys, that we're going to be going over, because I'm going to be giving you guys 5 reasons that you could be getting denied for business credit. 5 reasons. 5 things that could be wrong with the way your business is set up, which is causing you to get denied for vendor credit. Now, before I get started, I do want to say that in this video, we're just going to be addressing business credit, not business capital. We're not going to be discussing why you're not getting approved for business credit cards in your name, like Mastercards or Visas, because you're going to have to personal guarantee those. And if your credit scores are not where they should be, or if your credit profile is not where it should be, you're going to get denied for those type of credit cards. If you're trying to get loans in your business name, they're going to want you to personal guarantee the accounts as well, especially if your business doesn't have the correct amount of income. And if your business doesn't have the correct amount of income, that can also cause you to be denied for capital credit. Okay? So your personal credit, your business income, those things are going to be important, and they can cause you to get denied for business capital. But today we're going to be discussing business credit. Why you're getting denied for business credit. We're going to be talking about the accounts that you get approved for solely on your business credit that do not require you to personal guarantee. Remember, those are going to be vendor accounts or store accounts. Walmart did have a Net 30 vendor account. Office Depot, I forgot the other office supply store, but they also have vendor accounts. Those are the type of accounts we will be discussing. You guys, if you get your business set up and structured right, you can get approved for all those vendor 30 accounts. You can get approved for cell phones in your business name. You can get approved for an auto loan in your business name and just your business name alone. But I am not talking about Visa credit cards, Mastercards, Discover, American Express, and loans for capital or equipment, because those are most likely going to require you to personal guarantee. So your credit score is going to be a factor, and your business income will also be a factor. You guys, we're not discussing those, okay? Let's get right into it. The number one reason, you guys, that you could be getting denied for business credit is your address, your address. You guys, your address could be hurting you 3 different ways. 3, or you could be using it wrong 3 different ways. let me tell you more about what I mean. Okay. The first way your address or your business can be suffering from your address is that you're not using a business address. Even if you don't have a brick and mortar, if you are working from home, you'll still need a business address reporting. You don't want to use your home address. You can get a virtual business address from places like Anytime Mail or iPostal. Those will be your cheaper options. Sometimes you can get a virtual address with them for as low as $6.99 a month. Now, you can go to places like Regis, or I can't remember the name of the other one. I think it's Da Vinci, and you'll pay 49.99 or $100 or more per month for your virtual address. But there are different options out there starting at $6.99 with Anytime Mail and iPostal. You have to have a business address. You guys, when you're doing your paperwork and when you're putting your business out there, even when you're making your business cards or making your business website, you don't want to be having to list your home address for the world. You want to keep your personal life private, and you want to keep your business and personal separate. We want to use a virtual address on all of our information. And that takes us to the next point, you guys. You're not using, your paperwork is not congruent. You're not using the same address on all of your paperwork, meaning you may set up your LLC with the state and use one address, and then your EIN number has another form of that address, and then your bank statement or your bank address or the address you have on file at the bank may be a whole different address, or and then your Dun and Bradstreet may be using a different address. You guys, we need to make sure we are using the same address on all of our documents and the same form of that address. The exact same form. If we're writing out road, we want to keep writing out road. If we abbreviating, we want to abbreviate, but we want to use the same format and the same address on all documents. Your address needs to be congruent. You guys, also, when you're ordering things from vendors and they're having to ship them to you, a prime example with me will be Uline. When I ordered Uline, I failed to or I used my home address to get my items shipped to me after I ordered. I had the business address on file because I had a virtual address then. I did not have, or the credit laboratory did not have a brick and mortar then. So I had the items shipped to my home instead of to the virtual address that I was using. That caused me to get two different business credit reports. I want to say it may have gave me two Dun and Bradstreet, and I had to call and get those merged. And I got two different Dun and Bradstreets because I had one Dun and Bradstreet, the credit laboratory, with the business address, and then another Dun and Bradstreet with the credit laboratory with my home address showing. And that came from me purchasing items from Uline and getting them shipped to my home. And I actually called Uline and asked them about it. That's how I learned. And they let me know that whatever address that I got my items shipped to, that would be the address that was reported when they reported it to the business credit. So that made me have two credit files. When you have two different files, they can cause you to get denied for credit, you guys. So also, when I first started my business, the Credit Laboratory, I was renting, and I used my home address on my paperwork. And then I learned it was wrong. So I had to update everything. I had to pay the money with the state to update the address. I had to get it changed on our EIN number. It was just a lot of work, and a lot of time and extra money spent because I did not know that I should not have been using my home address. So we don't want to have our home address out there, because even when you're putting your business on the web, we don't want our home address on there. We want to be able to use our business address, whether it is brick and mortar or whether it is a virtual address. So our address is important, you guys. It can get us denied. So make sure you're doing all of those things. You're using the same address. You're using a business address. And when you're making orders, you're having your supplies shipped to your business address. Okay? The second reason that you could be getting denied for business credit, you guys, is because of your email address. You're using your personal email address instead of a business credit email address. Your personal email address would be an address like Yahoo, Google, iCloud, whatever. We want to use a professional email address. With the Credit Laboratory, our professional email address is info@thecreditlaboratory.com. That is professional. Thecreditlaboratory@gmail.com, that is not a professional email address. It needs to have the company's URL or domain name at the end or after the at symbol. Okay? No Gmail, no yahoo.com, no iCloud.com. And your business email address, you guys, it will be attached to your domain or your URL where your website is. So if you have a website and a professional domain name, you should be able to set up or have access to a business email address. You guys, having an email address is going to be important. I remember when I applied for my Capital on Tap credit card for the Credit Laboratory. With that credit card, I had to personal guarantee it, meaning my personal credit scores were a factor in whether we got approved or not. And they had to link to my bank account to check my daily cash balances to make sure that we were actually making a profit. How much money we were making determined our credit limit. Okay? Now, the first time I applied to Capital on Tap, I applied with my personal Gmail address. And guess what, you guys? I was denied. So I had to wait 30 days or 60 days. And I went back in and I applied again. And when I applied again, I used our business email address, which is info@thecreditlaboratory.com. And guess what, you guys? We were approved. Your email address matters. We have to use our professional business email address, you guys. Okay? You can get one for as low as $1.99 a month. I have some set up with GoDaddy, and I actually have a professional email address set up on Google Suites on the admin part for Google. Okay? I think we pay $6.99. It used to be until we added more people. And I think now it may be maybe like $15.99 per month or something like that. But you can get, but with GoDaddy, I want to say we're paying $1.99. It will all depend, and that's per month for the email address. But you can get an email address connected to your website for as low as $2 per month, you guys. So having a professional email address, that's the second thing that can be causing you to get denied for business credit, okay? Not using a professional address, mailing address, in your email address, number 2, okay? Let's move on to the third thing that could be causing you to get denied for business credit. You guys, that's going to be web presence. You don't have any web presence. And if you don't have any web presence, that means you probably don't have a website. If you don't have a website, that means you probably don't have a domain or URL or professional email address. And you guys, you see how all of that ties together? So, no web presence. No web presence also means you can't be found by Googling. Like your business just can't be found on Google, or you're not listed on Google. You're not listed on Yelp. You're not listed on Yahoo. You're not listed on Meta. You're not listed on the important platforms where all businesses are listed. You need to make sure that you have your business or your business's claim territory in all of those places, you guys. 50% or more of our business comes from Google. Comes from Google, you guys. Okay? So having a website and making sure you're listed. And you guys, it's free to list your business on these places. It's free to go to business.google.com and list your business on Google. Okay? Once your business is listed on these platforms, you need to start working on getting reviews. Getting reviews. Getting reviews will help you show up higher on Google. It'll make you rank higher. Okay? So your web presence, you guys, we have to be listed on these websites. We also need to be listed on social media. You need to be able to be found on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, somewhere. You need to show up. Your business needs to be able to be found. So no web presence, you guys. That can cause you to get denied for business credit. So go ahead, get that domain name, get that email address, and get your website set up. Most of the time, these places will let you, I want to say GoDaddy, you can set your website up maybe for free. I'm not saying you have to stick with that, but just if you need to do it just starting out, that's okay until you start to get, more, or get, until you can get the website or whatever that you want built. You can start with a free one, and you don't have to start with their free one. Even Google gives you a website. If you list your business on Google, they'll give you a website that you can use to start out with. You just need to be able to be found. And then you can work on your main website for your business. Okay? Because having a website is important to showcase your business. Okay, reason number 4. No business phone number. The 4th reason you're probably getting denied for credit is because you're using your personal phone number. You guys, remember I told you Sam's was one of the only credit cards that I knew that went off of just your business credit to approve you for their Mastercard? Well, the Credit Laboratory has 2 Sam's credit cards. We have the store card and we have their Mastercard. And each time they called our business phone number. You also need to make sure your business is listed on 411. And you can do that at listyourself.net. While I was in there applying for the Sam's credit card both times, it spit out a paper for a number to call. So we called that number, and in order for them to verify me, because I called them from my cell phone number, in order for them to verify me, they had to call me on my business number both times. Both times. And one time, they wanted to know how I was answering the phone from the store. And I just told them I was the only one there that day, and I was on lunch, and I had the calls forwarded to my phone. So, business phone number, very important. You also, because remember, we got to get our business listed on Google, on Yahoo, Yelp. We don't want to have our personal phone number listed out there. We want to have a business phone number. You guys, I've had a Freedom Voice phone number for the longest. It started out at being like $15.99. Now I think it's $12.99. And that's strange because the price normally goes up, not down. So Freedom Voice, Grasshopper, Ring Central, you can use either of those. You don't necessarily have to get a 1-800 number, but it would help So yes, get you a business phone number, a 1-800 number would be great. And you can just get those calls forwarded to your cell phone, but you do need the phone number. You guys, I hope this has been helpful so far. Remember, not using a business address, number one. Number two, not having a professional email address. Number three, no web presence. Number four, no business phone number. You guys, and all of these things are simple. And these are all things that you should be able to get started so that your business can start getting approved for some business credit. Okay, you guys, the fifth reason that you could be getting denied for business credit is because you have multiple credit files. Multiple credit files. You guys, remember when I told you your address when you're ordering goods or when you're ordering products from certain places, you need to make sure that your products are delivered to your business address. If you don't, that can cause you to get multiple business credit files. Using a different address on all your paperwork can cause you to get multiple credit files, because when the business credit, when they're reporting, they're going to report with your address. And if you have multiple files, that means it's going to be harder for you to get enough vendor accounts reporting on your business credit file to generate your scores or to start building business credit, because all of your accounts are going to be spread out across multiple business credit files. Okay, meaning Dun & Bradstreet, you have 2 files. Experian, you have 2 files. You guys, you can also be getting 2 files because you did not create your Dun & Bradstreet number. Before you start applying for your Net 30 accounts, you need to create a Dun & Bradstreet number. This is simple, and a Dun & Bradstreet number is free. It's easy. All you have to do is go apply. Make sure when you're setting up your Dun & Bradstreet, you guys, that you're using the same address that you use for your LLC, your EIN number, and for your banking information. The same address. You may have 2 Experian files because you didn't create an Experian BIN number. Creating an Experian BIN number is also free, and it can be done on Experian's website. This will stop you from getting multiple credit files, because multiple credit files can cause you to get denied. I was getting denied for credit before because, remember, Uline was the first vendor account that I opened and ordered from. So, and I didn't know it wasn't showing up on the Credit Laboratory's main business credit page. I didn't figure that out until I figured out I had 2 credit files for the Credit Laboratory. One with my home address and one with the virtual business address, because we did not have an office then. We didn't get our office. We've been in our office space in our storefront for 2 years, or going on 2 years. This is our 2nd year now. So yes. You do not want multiple credit files. If you do get multiple credit files, say you have 2 credit files with Dun & Bradstreet, you guys, you can simply call customer service and get them merged together. The same with Experian. You can get them merged together. You guys, I have a bonus for you. One more good reason why you could be getting denied for business credit. Not only is not using the same NAS code, but you guys, if you have a high risk NAS code, if your business is high risk, that can cause you to get denied. But if you're not using the same code, the same NAS code on everything, on your taxes, with the bank, on your EFIN, with your LLC, it can cause you to get denied, you guys. We have to use the same number on all of our paperwork, you guys. If not, that can cause us to get denied as well. You guys, I really hope this has been helpful and informational. I hope you've learned something. If I missed something, drop your questions down below. If there's something that you want to know, let me know down in the comment section. And you guys be on the lookout. I will have something special for my business owners coming up soon, as I'm going to start focusing on helping you guys get your business credit built. So be on the lookout. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.